Last week is another interesting week in the forex market where the RBA cut their interest rate, the pounds increase their interest rates, and then we have the NFP last week. And then in the NFP results, we have mixed results where the NFP, the non-farm employment change, came out disappointing, and the unemployment rate came out better than expected. So what are we looking at this week in the forex market? But before we go into the technical parts, so let's check the economic activities of last week and then how it affects the market, and then the anticipating economic activities of this week and how it will affect the market. So on Tuesday, we saw the RBA cutting their interest rate at this particular area. They proposed 35 basis points, but they come down to 4.10. And then on the SND employment change, we saw the disappointing one there, which dragged the pair lower last week. Another one we have is the monetary policy from the pounds, which they increased their interest rate last week. And then we saw this effect in the market in the GBP. And then the last one on Friday was the NFP, the unemployment rate, which comes out better than expected. The unemployment rate comes out better than expected, while the non-farm employment change comes out disappointing. So what are the economic activities that are lining up for this week? I think we only have few, and then US dollar is the most beneficiary one this week, where we have the CPI on Thursday. That is the CPI month over month. And then on Friday, we have the core PPI, which is also the inflation measure news. And this inflation measure news is very, very important for the US dollar because we saw the unemployment change last week, and then they need to measure the rate of inflation for this month of August. So let's see how it goes right there, because you have to watch out for this CPI news on US dollar. It will actually have a big impact in the currency. We don't have much on the other currencies such as the JPY, the CHF, and then maybe AUD. But this week we ought to see the safe haven currency triumph in the market, such as the JPY, the CHF, and then other. And the commodity currency, we should see the commodity currency lower this week. And then the best pair to go for this week is pairs that are the currency that pairs with the United States dollar. You might not see much movement on the market from Monday to Tuesday, but from Wednesday or Thursday, when they drop their CPI, more volatilities will come back to the market. And then on Friday too, when they drop their PPI, we should see more volatilities in the market right there. So let's go to the technical analysis. So last week we see the DSY going above this support level right there, and when it got to this level, it's rejected on Friday. After the NFP result, we have it reject to this side. So probably this week we might still see more rejection to come to this side to retest the 99.435 level before we actually see a breakout of this particular level right there. This is what I'm looking at on DSY. I'm looking for a retracement back to this level, which might actually make this form a double bottom right there, and then actually break this chart pattern, because we are going to this high that is a 112.65. and if you actually look at this level, it took 5 years. It took the market 5 years to break this level to the upside. As you can see, we have a break here, then this is actually a retest, but as you know, we still need to create some drama here before it actually break to the upside. So we still need to create more drama at this area to retest this level of support. So that is 99.435, which means that this week we might have US dollar lower this week. Maybe the strength can comes in a few weeks from now, maybe next upper week, but this week we should actually see dollar lower, unless we have the CPI result or CPI print better than expected, and then the PPI print better than expected. That's when we can see this one breaking to the upside. It can actually break to the upside with momentum. So this is the next level we should be looking at. This is the high we should be looking at on the DXY. But for now, we should wait for the retracement and then maybe come to retest the support level, then push up to the upside. So the first pair we want to check out right here is the gold right there. So let's see how it goes. So on this particular currency, a couple of weeks ago, we trade this particular currency from here, and then we actually trade this breakout to this particular area. This is the profit target then, and then last week too, we sold this pair from there and actually take our profit from it. But if you actually see it now, you see that we have a rejection at this level already. There's a rejection here, which has formed a doji candle and closed doji candle. That is a rejection candle above this level. So after closing this doji candle above this level, we have another candle that closed beside it, which is a bullish reversal signal, which tells us that buyers are actually in position at this particular area. So the next level we are looking at is to break this level, to break this chart pattern, and then actually retest this 1980 level, this high. So we're actually looking for the trade to get back to this side. Then I'm anticipating a very long breakout of this level. This is where I'm anticipating the price to reach, but anything below this level, I'm not looking to buy or to go long on gold right there. If we have a break below this level, that means that the buy opportunity is invalid. But right now, the buy opportunity is still valid as long as the price is still below or is still above this 1928 area. The buy opportunity is valid. So we might actually see a retracement, then first move to 1980 level. Then if this level break out, then we should be looking at a move to 2039 right there. But this is my first target of 1980. So that's that on gold. So the next pair I want to check is the GBP US dollar. So we have two scenarios we are looking at on GBP US dollar. That's why I have two charts here. Actually, we have a break below this level. These are the support level right there. So our sell bias is from here, and it depends on what happened on the CPI and the PPI print. But last week, we have the pounds raising their interest rate by 25 basis points. So that might still play out in the strength of that particular currency right there. So if you adjust this trend line, so it tells us that we have a break below this area, which you might actually see one move to the downside to this area. That is a number one thing I'm looking at, because I have to bias on it. So if I didn't see any close below above this level to the upside, I might not be buying GBP USD. So I would likely want to sell, especially if the Monday candle closes bearish. I would like to sell GBP USD from here, then actually take profit at 1.24075 or 1.23109. So this is the two level I'm first looking at to take profit on GBP USD. That is our number one buy. So the second bias I have is the buy bias. This is the second bias I have here. If this level break to the upside, then I'm willing to go long on GBP USD. As you can see, this is a chart pattern right here. This is a falling wedge right here, and then actually we might look for break of this level before you look for the move to the upside right there. So this is the sell bias, as you can see, and then this is the buy bias. So the two bias is still pointing out to the same thing, that okay, if you have the break of this level, then we'll be looking for one move to the upside to 1.31567, and the buy bias too is pointing the same direction. So if we now have the break of this level to the downside, then we should be looking for a sell bias right there, because as you can see, we have the rejection on this daily candle last week after the NFP print last week. So let's check out what's going to happen this week. So another thing is that if the Monday candle closes bullish, then I believe the buyers are still in control at this particular level, and then my target should be at this level. That is 1.31067. That's almost like 200 pips to the upside from this level. As you can see, this is the daily time frame. So the next pair you want to check is the Euro US dollar. So last week talk about buying the Euro USD from here before the NFP, and then we actually make profit from here too and close at this particular level. So this week we are still looking for more move to the upside to 1.11398. That is the target, unless we have a close below this level. That is when the buy bias will be invalidated. But for now, the buy bias is still valid because we have a reversal signal candle here, and then we have a confirmation candle closest beside it right there. So actually you should see maybe a retracement back to this trend line right here, and then a move to 1.11398, which is the first target right there, and then the 1.12574, which is the second target. That is the high we can see at this particular area. But we might actually see a move to this target maybe before Thursday, and then drop from here on Thursday, maybe after the CPI, especially if the CPI comes out better than expected. That is what I'm looking at that particular area. So that is on Euro US dollar. So the next pair I want to take is the SND USD. So SND USD, looking at more move to the downside right there. So we should see a retracement back to this high, then a rejection back to the low, because the commodity currency, that is the Canadian dollar, the SND, the AUD should go lower this week. I think they should week this week. So we might actually see a retracement back to this place, then more move to the upside to 0.59819, and that is the target, or a move to 0.6220, and then a move to the downside, that is to 0.59819. So the next one I want to look at is a US dollar card. Here we should see more move to the upside, but actually we should continue to this area. This is where I'm looking for the rejection, this supply level. I'm looking for rejection of US dollar card to the downside, but I will not be taking this trade if we have a break to the upside and then break this to the upside. That is when we'll be looking for a buy, especially if the CPI prints and then the PPI print comes out better than expected. So the next one I want to take is the AUD US dollar. AUD US dollar too, I'm looking for a more move to the downside. If we might have a, let's say, retracement back to this level, then reject back to 0.62172, because as you can see, this is the double top right here, and the double top is with the clear direction. That is the direction is to the downside. So here we should see this is the neckline right here, and then this is the break of this neckline. So, and there's a retest here, so we should see more move to 0.62172 right there. So that is what I'm looking at this particular area. If we have a clear breakout here and then a retest, so we should see more move to 0.62172, especially if the CPI print comes out better than expected right here. So we should see more volatility, and you know, the AUD cut their interest rate last week, so it will bring more sellers to this AUD US dollar. As you can see, we have a sign of rejection already in the daily time frame, but we can still see more push to maybe this particular area before a drop to 0.62172. On the US dollar JPY, this is the daily time frame, but we have moved below this level, so I'm still looking for more move to the downside and more strength on the safe haven currency, that is at the JPY and then the CHF, including gold too. We should see more strength there, so we can actually see more move to this particular area before a rejection to the upside. This is where I'm looking at for the buyers to come in to this particular currency right there, and they push the price back to this high. But for now, I'm still bear bias on the US dollar JPY right here, because we've actually break below this particular area, and this shows a sign of double top right here in the 4-hour time frame, and they actually show a break of neckline. So you might actually see a retest and back to this level before the buyer come back and then push the price to the upside. That is maybe after the CPI print and this one. On the CHF JPY, I'm actually looking for a move to retest this particular level right here. So we are in this trade since last week, and then it has not been validated, it's still valid to this particular area. That is still like for 30 pips warning at this area. So I'm still looking for the price to push to this particular area. So if you enjoyed this piece, click on like and then subscribe to this channel for more info, and this will give me a very good payout to be able to do more of this video. So we have the GBP JPY 2. We should see more move to the downside from here, maybe probably a retracement and then a move to this area. So I'm actually still looking at the GBP strength, the JPY strength, and then CHF strength for this week. That is on sale of currency. So actually we should see APUSD back to this area or back to test this low right here before we see a big move to the upside right there. But I'm still looking for a retest of this level. But if at the beginning of this week we see, maybe on Monday we see a break of this to the upside, then the sell bias has been invalidated. You will see a push up to this area and it break this level, the sell bias has been invalidated. But now my bias is still to the downside. And then if you actually check the big pictures right here, so it shows that we might actually retest this area, that is this low right here, before we see a breakout to the upside right there. And this low from here to here actually covers like 120 to 130 pips right here, and that's a good one. And then we have the euro JPY already. So here too, I'm looking for a break to the downside right here, probably testing this level right there before it actually goes to the upside. This demand level right there, we should see price should price should retest this level, and might actually retest and then maybe do otherwise, or might actually see a rejection from this area. We might actually make it from the head and shoulder before it's actually pushed to the upside right there. And then anything can happen. You can see a break to this side to coming to fall. It might actually come and form a double bottom right here, or even break lower. But for now, what I'm still looking at is the break of this to the downside at this particular area, especially when we have the euro index falling to the downside, and then we should see this trend on the JPY this way. And then on pounds card, you know, the GBP raised their interest rates last week, and this might actually comes in as a rescue for that particular pair for it to be more stronger. So you can actually see a retracement back to this level there, because as you see, this chart pattern has been broken to the upside, and then you can actually see a retest of this chart pattern, then probably a breakout to the upside right there. And this is the next target we are looking at. If you see this target right there, that is to be on the safer side, we should be looking at 1.72861. That is the next target, because we will break this triangle pattern to the upside. This is one of the bilateral chart pattern, so we're breaking to the upside, and then we should be looking at 1.72861 as our take profit level. But if we have a move, let's say a move below this area, then this bias has been validated. But what might actually support this is the GBP strength, that is because of the economic activities. So if we have a move below this area, it means that the level has been invalidated. So the next one we want to check is the SND card. This one we have to wait to this. Actually, we might first see a move to retest this high before a rejection, and then market might come back to this low of 0.80357. Because this level right here is also a very strong level for rejection. That is let's check where the price is at that level. That's 0.82041. So this level is another strong level for rejection. So you can actually see a retracement to this area, and then actually see a rejection to the downside. But our markets can actually break this level to the upside and come and retest this high, or eventually even test this one at 0.82672. So you might actually see a retest of the particular area before a move to the card. So any retracement you see back to this level or back to this level is an opportunity for you to look for a bearish setup. So what I'm looking at here is a bearish setup on SND card, unless we have a break above this very strong resistance level at 0.82671. So the pair before the last one is the Euro AUD. If you see this Euro AUD, we have a double top at the resistance, and then this level is a very stronger resistance level, which we might have a rejection from there. Then another thing is that we have a double top at this level, which might signal that buyers, sellers can come in at any time and they push the price to the downside at this level. So we might actually see a move to the downside at that particular level on the Euro AUD right there. So you should wait for a rejection, because there's no clear rejection yet at this level. So any rejection you see here will give you an opportunity to look for a bearish setup to this particular area at first. Where is this area? What's this price? So the price has 1.62782. that is at this particular area, and then if this area break, we should look for another bearish opportunity to this 1.588885 right there. So the last one I want to take is the GBP USD, and this is the best opportunity this week because the GBP increased their interest rate and AUD cut their interest rate, so that's inversely proportional to each other, so which might actually signal more strength to the GBP right there. And then in this chart pattern, we've seen a sign of breakout, which means that might continue to move to the upside. So the next target right there is 1.9528. that is at the first target right there. And if we break this level, then we should be looking at a free move to 0.20416. So guys, this is the weekly Forex forecast. So like, share, and then subscribe to the channel. And then there is a link to the pro firm, the broker, in the description box. So link to our verified broker, so you can click on it and register the broker. And we have the verified pro firm to the My Forex Fund, the My Funded FX. These are the pro firm that I trade personally, and then they are very legit and trustworthy. So you can actually click the link and register your pro firm. And then there's a link to the Telegram group in the description box, where I drop the various pair I'm going to enter each day in that Telegram channel. So have a good trading week, and don't forget to trade safely.